Hi cheese lovers. The cheese I'm going to be enjoying with you today was actually a gift that's been brought back from the Netherlands for me, and it's come from the city of Leiden, or a farm just on the outskirts of the city of Leiden, and it is Leiden cheese. So Leiden cheese is made in or around the city of Leiden. It does have a PDO, and it's a cheese that's not unlike a Gouda, for way of describing it to you, in that it's one that sort of gets sort of harder as it ages, but it has the addition of cumin seeds. You can see those. Occasionally they're made with caraway seeds as well, but they're usually made with cumin seeds. Now it does have a PDO, so the way a lot of cheese producers get round this, if they're making this kind of cheese and they're not from Leiden, is they sell it and they call it cumin cheese. So quite often you will see cumin cheese on sale. I think the guy who does the Manchester Christmas markets, the Dutch cheese man, he sells it as cumin cheese, and lots of supermarkets sell it as cumin cheese. How to tell if it's the real deal from Leiden is it that it comes bound in this red wax, and it's made in a wheel, a similar shape to a Gouda, but not exactly the same shape, and it would have the cross keys on the wax, which is from the city's coat of arms. So this came from a farm just outside Leiden. It was cut off a block, and I also got these two other, also from the same farm, and they call it it's Boerenleiden, which is like farmer's cheese or farmhouse cheese, Boerenkaas. These came from the same farm. They're both a Gouda, and there's like an extra mature and an old. So you can see the difference in the colour. And this one's obviously a lot firmer and harder than the younger one. I'm going to enjoy these. This kind of packaging, a lot of these cheese destinations now, when they sell you cheese, ask if it's for travel, and they will sort of shrink wrap it for you. It is really good. Look at the absolute gorgeous. I don't know if you can see those cracks and crystals in the old Gouda. So Leiden cheese is made from cow's milk with the addition of the caraway seeds. And then it's aged firstly in like a humid environment, then it's moved to a more dry environment, aged from anything from 3 to 24 months. And the seeds actually draw the whey from the curds, so they sort of dry the cheese out as it matures. Yes, so I can tell the difference already with the colour of this from the sort of cumin cheeses that I've bought. Is a lovely richness to the colour. You can see it darkens around the edges, and this is a cheese that does change colour as it ages. It is coloured with a netto, but the natural maturation process will cause the cheese to sort of go harder. So a bit like a sort of parmesan texture, a bit like the Gouda. Gouda doesn't have a PDO. Gouda apparently is a name of a town that people went to trade cheese. Okay, oh, and I also got this Dutch mustard. I thought this was a euphemism, it's actually real, so I'm really looking forward to trying that. So with your Leiden cheese, you could have something like coffee, a malty beer, or something sort of fruity like a Shiraz, which is what I'm having. Oh yeah, I get that. If you think that it's got like cumin seeds in, it's not going to be it's a snacking cheese, a cheese that you could add to a cheese board, but it's going to be difficult to pair it with things. So let's go. I'll take it from the middle here. Oh wow! You can't eat the rind with this. It's like a wax binding, not a part of the cheese. I really wanted to get a little bit more than that. The thin edge of the wedge, as they say. Hey ho, plenty more cheese to go. Oh gosh, so you can see how it's starting to crumble away from the edges as it ages. So I'm going to take a little bit from the edge. Oh god, that's really good. It tastes almost like, well, it's really fruity, and it tastes almost like plummy, or sort of damsony, towards the edge, where it's obviously a little bit drier. And let's go to the centre. Oh wow, Dutchy, thanks for this. This is so much better than the other cumin cheeses I've had. It's like, wow, it's like really fruity. Bit of crunch on the caraway. That is absolutely beautiful. It's got a little bit of like nuttiness in the cheese, but it's more of a spicy, fruity, like almost seems Christmassy, kind of like sort of pudding flavours in there. It's as I say, it's a cow's milk cheese. That is beautiful. It's from a farm in Leiden. So if you can get this cumin cheese, as I say, in a lot of places. I don't know of any. I mean, there are lots of cheeses with these additions, and I'm kind of a bit snooty about most of them. You know, when you go to these farmers markets and they've got like cheese with mustard and ale, cheese with spring onion and chives, and I'll do a video on them, because there are some good ones, things like Wensleydale and cranberry, your classics, or apricot, and apricot jam with cheese is something that somebody's got me into recently, and that really works. But yeah, so they are really good, but this is superior. I mean, I've had it for I think about a month now, and you can see that it's kind of aging towards the edges, and it's got some crystals, and wow, it smells to me, to as a non-Dutch person, very similar to Gouda, but it has got this beautiful spicy note to it. So I'm really going to enjoy this tonight, and I'm looking forward to this. So thanks for watching, and as always, let me know if there are any cheeses that you want me to